After 3 solid months, I will be answering your would you rathers I asked 3 months ago from a community post. And of course, I decided to do this before the off season because I did this way before. So let's just get straight to the video and like, subscribe if you guys are new because there's some content coming up, and let's just get straight into it. The first would you rather is from Luke Ultra, and it is would you rather Victorian club or non-Victorian club to win the flag. Honestly, I am from Victoria, if you guys all know, and really, we saw a non-Victorian team play. Of course, I want the club to come to Victoria. So I would pick Victoria in this one. There are reasons to why I pick Victoria. It's just, if it was Collingwood, then it's the opposite way around. But I'm going to pick Victorian club with this one. Yeah, I'm just going to pick Victorian club for this one. Now, Matt is a legend has said, would you rather go for Collingwood or the Bombers? I know, Matt, you are a Collingwood supporter. This is interesting because you can get heartbroken with this one. I think you're a Collingwood fan. I'm not sure. But, yeah, the Collingwood Magpies, they are very cocky at times, their fans. And I'd rather pick the Bombers with this one because the Bombers are a nicer fan base, I guess. It's very controversial, but I'll have to go with the Essendon Bombers with this one. Gipper FC, who is actually an AFL YouTuber himself, has said, would you want to be the biggest AFL YouTuber in the whole community or get to play in 5 AFL games? Well, I don't really like playing the sport, but I love being a YouTuber. That's why I upload content, try and push out so much. And I think being a big YouTuber means you can get involved with the AFL like Katie McDonald is right now. It's just unreal if you get that feeling. I just really want to get it. And I want to be the biggest AFL YouTuber definitely in like 10 years time if this gets dead. But yeah, I really want to be the biggest AFL YouTuber. Toby's Fishing Outdoors said, would you coach North Melbourne or Melbourne? Well, North Melbourne, they're a terrible club, let's be honest. Melbourne are also in that stage where they're also terrible. I'd rather coach a rising team that's on the rise probably in another 5 years. So I think North Melbourne would be their better option, but Melbourne's also a good option. So I'm not really sure here. I think I have to go with North Melbourne. Now, Charlie the Saner has said, would you rather 10k subs or 3-peat for the Hawks? Hawthorn have already got a 3-peat. That's the first thing. And if you know they're going to get a 3-peat, you wouldn't want to 3-peat. So, but let's pretend I didn't know this. What would I rather want? 3-peat would be good though. 3-peat would be good. And also 10k subs would be a good feeling for me. But I love my AFL so much. If I didn't know we're going to get 3-peat, I'm picking 3-peat. AFL Gallagher Cooper has said, would you rather the Hawks win next season or have 100k subs on YouTube? Look here, no one in the AFL community has hit 100k subs ever yet. And I would be the first one to love to do that, rather than the Hawks winning a premiership. You would earn a lot of money from that, be honest. You would earn a lot of money. You would be better than Katie McDonald. Like, it would be just such a big thing. So I would say 100k subs on YouTube, AFL Gallagher Cooper. It's just lots of things. Luke Shorts has said a very interesting would you rather. He has said CJ Coast or Luke Bruce. And, well, let's be real, CJ, he hasn't played much footy for Hawthorn. And you know the experience Luke Bruce has. You know the craft he has. You know the experience he has. And he's a 3-time premiership winner. That is just amazing. CJ hasn't brought any cups yet, but I know that. But I just love seeing Luke Bruce play. I would definitely pick Luke Bruce for this one. Now, AFL Goat has said, would you rather Nick Dacos to come to Hawthorn or Paddy Cripps to come to Hawthorn? Well, Paddy Cripps, he's played a lot of years and he's only got 2 years or so left in him. He's won so many Brownlows. And he will retire soon. So someone who won't retire is Nick Dacos. Nick Dacos still has like about 10 years in him. More than that. He's got so long in him. And he's just a better player than Paddy Cripps. I'm sorry. Collingwood fans, I'm sorry. But if I had to snatch one player, I would definitely snatch Nick Dacos. Now, the great man himself, Shannon Humphries, has said Tom Liberatore or Tim Kelly. And of course, this is one of the biggest ones of the video because it's Shannon and he's a West Coast supporter, of course, we all know that. And I definitely have to go with some player. Tom Liberatore, I'll say you're saying favourite player. I would definitely rather Tim Kelly, so Shannon must be happy. Now, Geelong Collectibles has said one of the most interesting would you rathers, probably one of the most of them. It says, would you rather be a 3-time Brownlow medalist or a 10-time Norm Smith medalist, plus a 3-time Coleman medalist? Well, I think Paddy Cripps is already like a 3-time Brownlow medalist, but it'd be good to have your name out there. But being in 10 grand finals and winning Norm Smith's 10 times, like that's technically a 10-time premiership winner. And 3-time Coleman medalist, you'll be known more for that than a 3 Brownlows. So I'm going to pick the Norm Smith one and the Coleman one. Now, Blue Moo has said, would you rather have the most goals kicked or the most games played? I think this is pretty obvious. Some of these would you rathers are very, very obvious. Like, honestly, Tony Lockett is definitely going to be more memorable than bloody Scott Pendlebury. So I definitely think Tony Lockett was way better. Like, I would rather have the most goals kicked and actually be good at the game, so I would pick the most goals kicked. Now, the great man himself, the man Stadilian, has said, would you rather play for Geelong or Essendon? Geelong are a nice club. They have the nicest players in the world. They're a great club to play for rather than Essendon in an absolute terrible team, really. I don't really like Essendon that much. I rather Geelong, and I rather play for them as well because of the club culture and stuff like that. So I would pick Geelong to play for. Gee whiz, this is the hardest would you rather out of the lot. StatChat Sports has said win 9 wooden spoons in a row and then win a flag, or make 10 grand finals and yet not win a premiership. I do not want to see us choke 10 times at the same time. They're both for bad causes. And I want to be known as Chalk Hawthorn. So I have to pick. Oh, this is the toughest one ever. I am going to pick 9 wooden spoons in a row. Now, a sport fan has said, would you rather your team win 4 flags in a row or has your team 2 seasons in a row unbeaten? One of the most hackiest questions. What are you doing, sport fan? Of course you want to win 4 flags, mate. No wonder why you're the biggest hack in the community. Get out of here. Of course you want to win 4 flags in a row than 2 seasons in a row unbeaten. Like, you would, of course, want 4 flags in a row. This is such a weird question and a bad way to finish it off. If you watch AFL, you have to subscribe. And if you did go on to enjoy this video, like. And if you want to give me a Christmas present, press subscribe. Just press subscribe, please. It's been a tough off season. Just press subscribe to make us get near 800 subs.